Hello. So I got this most of the way working, I think. There's a couple little remaining bugs, but they're minor, and I really want to kind of start the process of cleaning up all the experimental code and commented out sections and things like that, and get this kind of tidied up into a tight package. I do have a question out to the real-time mesh people. I want to see if I'm properly tracking my rendered states. If I'm not, that may be the cause of really the one large remaining bug that I have left in this thing, which is well, here, let's see. There we go. So it's pretty minor because of how fast the updates happen, but if I grab the LOD camera and I move it, we have that kind of brief moment where when they're not cached, the LOD levels flicker out of existence. And so I have a question out to them. I want to make sure that the way that I'm tracking the rendered status is correct. But today, I'm probably just going to be kind of cleaning up the code. Going through, removing anything that I put in there at one point in time or another that I'm not using anymore. Looking for optimization points, although it's reasonably fast now. I moved it. I'm not sure I did this on stream, but I changed the way it works. So I went down the rabbit hole of trying to make it batch based. It didn't really work right. It seemed slower. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily slower. It might just mean that I did it wrong. But I went back to the every node, like we basically process the node restructuring and the fetching of mesh updates in separate timers. So like we have one timer that's monitoring the camera position, updating the tree structure, and another timer that every so often is going to the tree and saying, okay, give me all your, for each node you've got, I need to get that node, and if it has data, submit it. So the big optimization bonus that I did yesterday is down here in the mesh generation code. So I've changed this to use a T-future and be an async call. And this just makes more sense because this is the most expensive and really only expensive call that we're making. And now, rather than having to make like a retrieve mesh data call to see if we actually have mesh data and things like that, we don't have to do that anymore. We can do our check inside of our mesh generation function to see if we have cache data. If we do, we can just immediately return the promise or set the promise. And if we don't, then we have to generate the mesh, and then we'll return the mesh data. And the nice thing about doing it this way is that now when I make a call to generate mesh data, I don't have to differentiate between the case where it does exist or it doesn't exist. I just make a call to get mesh data, and then in the continuation function, I enqueue the data. And that was a big boon to performance. It's definitely a lot faster doing it that way. So at this point, we can remove the old method. We can actually remove... I guess we can't actually remove the... I guess we can actually remove this method. We need it for internally checking, but we don't need it for anything else. So actually, let's see if we're making any more calls to this. So what we're going to be doing today is basically going line by line through this thing and trying to pull out anything that doesn't make sense. All right, this is great. Perfect. Exactly what we want. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is that I just got a new laptop. I bought a a Lenovo Legion laptop 4080, all the bells and whistles. So I was setting that up for dev today. I'm not on it right now. I'm on my desktop, but I will probably be doing some of the dev, or more often be doing dev on that laptop, which means that some of it may or may not be streamed. I don't know. I haven't set up streaming on that yet. I probably will, but I could also like hang out with my wife and my pets and watch TV while I code, which is nice. That probably wouldn't get streamed. So some of my streams may end up from going to me frustratingly bashing my face on a problem for hours at a time until it breaks down, to seeing the aftermath of that, which is probably more entertaining anyway, to see it once it's done. So let's just go ahead, come up here. There was another optimization I made. So I had been getting errors in the noise generation, but I think I've pretty much fixed that. So formerly in get noise from point, I was doing all of this. That's really bad, because we're basically generating a new encoded node tree from this thing and then doing all of these like domain warping and modifications to that in line with getting a noise for a single point. It's way slower, way more expensive, and way more prone to error. So what we do now instead is I just set up my nodes in the constructor, and I have a node that I track at an instance level for the default noise generator. And then when you go to call get noise from point, or get noise from point array, once I've done that one, although I'm not sure I'm even going to need this, it's not regenerating this noise algorithm each time. It's just taking the one that already exists and making a single call to it. That seems to fix the crashing from the occasional crashing from the noise generator. WOD calculation is still kind of a sore point for me. I'm going to have to come back to this. Triset WOD is now just setting the WOD. It doesn't do anything else. All of our structure changes, our mesh generation changes, are handled in that separate loop that I was talking about. I think it makes sense, if I haven't done it yet, to update the split function. What was this doing? Okay. A lot of these methods have been pared down quite a bit, which is nice. We're not doing batch updates, so we can go ahead and get rid of these calls to do stuff with changes. Push rendered IDs makes sense. Actually, do I have any usages of this? Name of the game today is stripping out anything that we're not using, because the whole thing is like, it might not be done, but it's like 98% done. We're only using this in a singleton fashion, then we don't need it. I'm all about removing code that I'm not using. Up until this point, I've just been kind of letting everything hang out. Like, if I did something and I ended up not needing it, then I just kind of let it stay. Now is the time to start cleaning that up. Init. Don't think we need this anymore. Yes, so this is what I was wondering. So you can go ahead and I don't know what I was trying to do with this, but we can do a N0 triset lod N0 0 This may not actually be necessary, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. Oops. UE5.3. Oops. Update WAD might also be something that would make sense to be like internally asynchronous. Oh, this is Planet Actor. Okay. Dispatch all our timers at the end here. Beautiful. Hello. What's up, dude? Sorry, I had the chat minimized. Seems pretty reasonable. Okay, let's make sure everything still works. The only problem with finishing this is this was kind of like a white whale for me. So after I'm done with this, I'm not sure what I should be doing next. I think trying to get like a little solar system set up using all the bits and pieces that I've made so far would be fun. Like get a... Alright, let's make sure this thing still works. Seems to still work. This is also an interesting thing. Like, here's a bug that happens sometimes. Like a square won't get updated, and then it just doesn't update until you re-trigger it. I don't know why it does that. It's also probably time to take out a lot of these logs. That'll speed it up a little bit too. Let's keep you. I want to know if the tree gets malformed. I need to know about individual node enqueuing and dequeuing operations. Oh wow, that's the only one, huh? Alright, and then over here. This is fine. I like having those. We don't need this. I'm setting it. Oh man, it's gonna be so nice. I got that new laptop I set up like today. Set up a completely clean, pristine dev environment on it. Latest version of Unreal, Visual Studio all the way up to date. I got all that shit in there. I got a Visual Studio Code on there too, just in case I need like a more advanced text editor. And then all these projects are on an external SSD anyway, so I can just like plug that right in. Alright, how much... So we were doing a copious amount of logging, so I wonder how much that was impacting performance. Fuck happened over here? Now this, I don't know why it's doing that. It's really fucking annoying. It should have been rejected by the mesh validation, but I guess I gotta readdress that function. Now it's like... There's a state it gets in also, it seems. Yeah. Wait, no, it stopped. Okay. It's not plowing through. It's still, it did. So like, I've seen it get in a state where it just keeps getting removal requests, which isn't like the end of the world because it doesn't do anything if you try to remove something that's not there, but you still don't want to be spam, like, it's still something that needs to be fixed before I would be able to like do something with this. Yeah, it's fucked now. Or maybe. Let's see if it ever ends. It's getting a lot of cullings now. Yeah, alright. It actually did terminate. So, like, the word here is that you get a bunch of updates stacked and then, like, something gets stuck in the queue somehow. The culling is when it received an update whose timestamp was before an update was starting the process. For the same node. Alright, well it's running pretty fast now. Let's try turning the LOD up for the highest log level. That is now here. I don't know if I'm hitting above this. Let's just do What do we want to see in more detail? What part of this planet? How about this little island right here? It just works. Wait, what? Oh, it is. Okay. I mean, that's like almost good enough resolution to use, I think. this is just using a pre-baked noise texture. You could... I'm beginning to wonder if it would be better to just do a bunch of pre-baked ones that have a few parameters that you can control, and then do like, and then just make a shitload of those formulas manually, like in the like actual GUI editor, and then at that point you could like have a little bit tighter artistic direction over the style of planet. It's like you determine manually a combination of traits that look good, and then provide a few parameters to interact with that. You could do like a bunch of different ones for each planet type, because it doesn't take too long to make them. Like you can make one a day. So in a month, you got 32 different noise recipes. And they're pretty fun to do. It's not like I have a bad time when I'm doing it. This looks really fucking good. Okay. Lighting is still going to be a disaster because I don't think the tangents are in here. I was waiting till I fixed everything else because they were also throwing errors that are going to need to be addressed, but that should be more like validation that needs to happen rather than alright, yeah, let's go over here. Yeah, so lighting's still a disaster, and it probably is going to take more than just fixing the tangents, but let's go ahead and put those back in. One, two, three, four, five. Don't think I'm using this anywhere. Make sure I'm not using any references to this either. All right. not as bad. There it is. Is this a static method? That might be the reason. No, it's async. Each task should have its own. Can you just stop? Bring it down. Alright, just bring it down, bring it down. So we need to verify that this shit can be done before we do it, and we need to all right, so over here, is it using any of this? Okay, this should come. Oh no, I need to set it there. Or do I? Hang on. Yeah. You don't need this here, right? We want to do it here. And we want our right lock. Here. Because we don't want to be fucking with mesh data while we might be reading it. And then you. Oh no, I guess I still need you. Because I use it here. I'm gonna like vote for this to just go away and remove ignore cache from this call because it's kind of silly. We just needed better validation. Of course we don't want to ignore the cache. Generate mesh data. We just need to make sure that we don't populate the cache in a way that breaks it. Should start switching out auto. They should just have a hotkey to like why can't, is there a way? Can I, hang on. Doesn't feel like it. Probably got auto all over the place. I won't deal with that later. That's no big deal. That's an external library, so it kind of makes sense to do it that way. Float doesn't make sense to do it for floats, though. That's just being lazy because I didn't know the type of something. Okay. Is it a locking issue? Alright, come on, build. No error that time. Not yet, anyway. We got a hole. Should be able to fix it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, still hit it. No, there's just something wrong with that logic. I'm just gonna have to revisit that part. So we're just gonna do like it needs to be num needs to mod 3 to 0, it should. Can I do that in C++? I don't even know. Let's try it one more time with that check in there. puppy's over there snoring. Snoring away. Oop, I fucked one up. Don't know why it's doing that. That's like a validation problem too. So that shouldn't be getting into the... Let's turn off the demo camera. Come on. So why am I in this? Here. There it is. Oh, it must still be in here. Wait, what? No, I fucked up. I meant to hit this. Fast enough anymore. Okay, we can fix that. gonna be material time soon. Oh, boom, hit it. Where was it?
Imagine if paper was given digital.
Let's just... It's a little bit much. Put an actor is not compiled. Continue. Yeah, whatever. So wait a second. That shouldn't have happened, right? Oh no, I added. Okay. That is interesting. I think I'm just gonna take tangents out for the moment. I mean, this is something that, like, if I put enough time into this, then it will work. So I'm not too worried about it. Just worry about it later after everything else is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this here, and then we're just gonna we just won't specify them for now.
Powers. Remarkable. Lets you easily...
All right. Pretty cool. And I want to go with that. Need a boost button on this. It doesn't feel right without like pressing shift to go faster. Oh no, I'm going too fast. This is cool. It actually kind of feels like exploring around on a planet now after, I don't know, what's it's been, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, about a month of work. Oh, crash. Big crash. Just kill it before it does something. I need to get code for binormals. My normals are probably also wrong here. So I wasn't taking the height map modified noise into account, but I would need to. Although, wait, positions. I guess I am. I was having fun just flying around in it, which is like a good sign when you start having fun doing like the thing you built. All right, but I think that's going to be all for right now because I'm going to go get some dinner soon and I have some work to do setting up the laptop. So I'm going to go play around on that laptop for a bit and